All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to V-Speed Contender Series, brought to you by Nitro Racing Setups, FRT Motorsports, and NEPA Towing. Tonight we visit the beautiful mountains of Virginia and Martinsville, the famed paperclip, oldest track in NASCAR. So we're going to be taking care of a little bit of short track racing tonight. See a little bumping and banging, seeing a little tempers get flared. So we'll see how these drivers can handle it. Now, hope there's no indication of how the official races have gone this week, because this week it has been horrendous. So hopefully these guys can put on a good show for everybody tonight and be able to get all of these laps in without a whole lot of cautions. But we shall see. Now, last week, we were at Homestead, Miami. Now, we are currently, tonight's our 15th race of the season, with one race left. Now, last week, we would see Nick Holzlander let strategy play out for him and was able to bring home the win. Bailey Dutton was trying his hardest to try to make a three-peat there, but just couldn't hold on to it and wasn't able to close the deal. But we had Nick Holzlander in first, series points leader Channing Ballou in second, Bailey Dutton in third, rounding out that top 10. So we got a couple different battles going on coming into the second to the last race of the season. Now, like I said, we are 14. This is the 15th race going into this season. This is season 12. And right now, our standings is like this. We have Channing Ballou with about an 8-point lead over Bailey Dutton. So that point race is tight. We all know it only takes one little slip up, and either one of those guys can go to first to way back in the pack without a whole lot of going on. Hunter Kent's in third place, and he's a good little ways back. He's about, a little over 30 points back, so he's got a little bit of wiggle room. Nick Holzlander is in fourth. Now Nick's in fourth place, but he's only raced 9 races, so he's missed 4 out of the 14 races that we've run. So that's definitely a testament of how consistent he has ran most of the time. Now, our very own Mr. Jimmy Babb has been one of the most consistent drivers out there. He is currently in 5th place. Now, granted, he's out about, almost 80 points. So mathematically, he could potentially get up there and fight for that championship. But it would take a whole lot going his way to get there. We have Ryan Lang that's also in 5th. They are tied. They are got the same points. So those guys are sharing 332 points together. Timmy Longwood would be in 7th. Russ Bovair in 8th. Brinson Hunt in 9th. And Jordan Martin in 10th. Now, like I said, this is second to the last race. We have Martinsville, and then next week we head to the championship at Phoenix. So, pretty much like real life, kind of running that same schedule. I know Doc has said that he's going to be listening to some possible changes for next season, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to have some meetings after the race after Phoenix next week, so stay tuned to the V-Speed channel on Facebook and in Discord. They should be able to be updated as soon as they know about any changes. Also, anybody looking to sponsor the V-Speed Contender Series, they can always look to expand your business and your portfolio with this amazing group of drivers. Be associated with them. Just reach out to Doc on Facebook or the V-Speed Facebook page, or also send Doc a message through Discord, and he can give you the details on that. But right now, looks like, as always, that Shannon Ballou kind of at the top of the chart here, and Bailey Dutton. Those guys have been a force to be reckoned with this season. Channing and Bailey have a combination of 6 wins between the two of them. So that's almost half the races between the two of them there. So they both have 9 top 5s. So that consistency alone is definitely keeping them up in the point lead. Should still have a pretty decent field tonight. Should have 20 plus trucks. We will see how these guys choose to run this game. I'm sure there's going to be some varying strategies. Some people may just kind of sit around or ride around in the back, let everybody wreck out and kind of be there at the end. Some people may rather be out front so they can control the race. It's definitely going to be a crapshoot on how that works for everyone tonight. It's like we get like John DiMatteo got him a new paint job here. It's kind of cool looking. I always like seeing these guys paint jobs, man. Some of the painters that we have on iRacing do some amazing work. Now, me personally, I've always dealt with Cosman from Splash and Go Graphics. Cosman's been painting my stuff for, God, as long as I can remember. Prior to that, Case and Plot that runs in the series here, he was painting my stuff because he was on my team, so we used him. But once things changed in a team aspect, Splash and Go's been my go-to person ever since. We got some decent painters over at Nitro as well. Been several painters that have come through the doors there. Logan Kais that runs in the series here does a pretty amazing job. Very elegant stuff. Now, for those that don't know it, like I said earlier in the broadcast, Martinsville is the oldest track that they run in NASCAR. They started building Martinsville in 1947. That was literally almost a year before NASCAR was even formed. The one crazy thing about it is it has asphalt straightaways and concrete corners, so the grip levels definitely different from the straightaway to the corner. It's only got a 12% banking in the corner, so it's basically flat. Now the track was dirt until 1955. So it was 1955 once they finally paved it and were able to start hosting their first 500 lap event, 1956. All right, there you have it. Practice over with. These guys are going to head out onto the track, and ladies are going to head on out and qualify. We'll see who can make it happen on the paperclip. Mr. Ryan Lang, now that's definitely one of the drivers I'd take a look at for tonight. Ryan's an amazing short track racer, so I expect to see him up front. Hunter Kent as well. Hunter Kent with some real life racing experience. And of course, Channing Ballou. He's definitely going to be one of the favorites for tonight. With all of the speed that he normally carries around here. Todd Cray back with us tonight. Todd had him a win a couple weeks ago. Oh, looks like he got a little too hot in the corner there. Just won't quite able to make her stick. Bailey Dutton, our second place in points. Bailey's had an amazing run this year. Don't count out Mr. Russ. Russ is one of those people that sometimes you don't realize he's there until he's there. Next thing you know, you look up and he's like, oh my God, where'd he come from? And Jordan's probably going to be a little force to be reckoned with. He's our resident road racer. So getting into these corners and getting through these tight corners is definitely right in the wheelhouse of a road racer. So he's going to be a good one for tonight. So definitely a lot of options tonight for people. Jeremy Parrish. As you can see, Jeremy's in need of a sponsor. Richard Malagani's trying to get his little heat in his tires. Make that Q run here. Got Mr. Ron Thompson making his run. Ron's been kind of quiet this year. He just had a birthday not too long ago, so I don't know if his age is catching up to him. I got you, Ron. Just messing with you. And then the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jimmy Babb. Mr. Consistency this year, too. It's like Jimmy got him another new paint again. I don't know what he got going on with this paint job. Got him a little purple in there. Some blue. That's a Logan Kai's design. All right, and there you have it. Looks like we're going to have Chain and Baloo on the pole tonight. As I look at the beautiful Virginia mountainside over there. Train tracks beside there. So as always, just after qualifying, they have their drivers meeting. Mr. Maxwell will get everybody together, make sure they understand the rules, make sure everybody's on the same page, and then they'll be headed out for a little bit of warm-up. And then at that point, we will get everybody racked up and ready for the green. Alright. Everybody getting a little stacked up here, getting ready to head out for their last couple laps of warm-up. There's last-minute adjustments made. There's Rachel Hunt inching up there. So tonight definitely should be interesting. Not really sure how many laps we're going to get before that first caution. I know Channing's probably in the catbird seat currently. Everybody's going to be headed to the front, and then you're going to have the few that are headed to the back. So hopefully we'll have a decent race. Don't bore you guys too much with cautions, and watch these guys go wheel to wheel. Spin a little meter, bump a little door. Alright, and there you have it tonight. Martinsville B-Speed Contender Series, second to the last race of the season. Race 15 on the schedule. Martinsville, Virginia. It's got a nice cool temperature, makes for some good horsepower. Partly cloudy. A little bit of wind, not much. A little bit of humidity. Alright, so we should be shutting down warm up here. and then we'll be switching on over to the grid. All right, and there you have it as we get everybody gridded up here. All right, so tonight, Martinsville, Virginia, we have Channing Ballou, number 34 truck, starting on the pole. On the outside pole, we have Bailey Dutton. The second row, we have Todd Cray and Hunter Kent. Third row, we'll have Jordan Martin and Jeremy Paris. Next row, we have Tim Marlowe and Perry Snelson. Next row, we have Ryan Lang and Richard Malagani. Next row, we have Miss Rachel Hunt and Russ Bovair. Next row, we have Jim Johnson and Brinson Hunt. Next row, we have Timmy Longwood and Joe Zader. In the next row, we have Ron Thompson and Jimmy Babb. Next row, we'll have Doc Stout and John DiMatteo. Next row, we'll have Shane Posey and Ricky Williams. And last but not least, Mr. Doug Chappelle. All right, so Chevrolet Pace truck getting everybody all lined up. So we got one to go, so the lights are out on the Pace truck. Takes them down the back straightaway. Into the back straightaway here. Truck should get ready to dip on off the track. And the Pace truck is off. And Chang's bringing them to the green.
Green, green, green.
All right. We have green flag. Like Channing was sleeping a little bit on the start there. And just like that, definitely not something that Channing wanted to see happen there. That allowed Bailey Dutton to go ahead and get out front and take control of this race. And then Todd Craig gets a little loose into the corner. Is able to save it. That'll move Hunter Kent up into second place and Jordan Martin in third. Guys get a little anxious early on here. I know Channon's truck doesn't seem to be hurt, so I'm sure he's going to be able to, or he's going to want to try to march his way back up to the front. And as we're watching this, action all over the place. Oh, looks like...
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Looks like we have our first incident. All right, so it looks like, so we're going to ride on board here with Channing. If If I can get my mouse to cooperate with us. Well, it looks like we have Todd Crave following Channing down in the corner. It looks like Todd just gets a little happy on corner entry there and just basically cleans Channing out. That's not gonna say that was an intentional, but it sure looked pretty bad to me. So we're still a little early for any pit stops other than people that may be damaged. So I'm sure everybody's going to be staying out here. Nobody else appeared to be tied up in that crash. Now, that's what Bailey Dutton wanted to see. And that is definitely not what Channing wanted to see. Channing currently in the pits, and he's tore up pretty good. Yeah, it looks like there's no tailgate. Let's see here. Got some nose damage. Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to get back out there, though. He only lost one lap, so may not be too bad for him. So got some damage on the back here. Alright, so the pace truck is in. And,
Green, green, green.
And Bailey Dutton gets a really good start on Jordan Martin. Looks like Hunter Kent's going to be able to roll up back in third. Tim Marlowe pressuring on the outside of Hunter Kent. It's like Jeremy Paris is going to try to get under Tim Marlowe here, with Ryan Lang trying to roll up into that spot as well. And Tim drops back one more spot as Ryan Lang takes over fifth. Looks like Hunter Kent may be having a little bit of connection issues. I hope that doesn't cause him to have any problems. I know race control will ask him to drop to the back of the pack if it gets too bad, but not too bad right at the moment. But meanwhile, up front, we still have Bailey Dutton leading Jordan Martin and Hunter Kent. And kind of got in single file, which is probably not a bad thing. So Hunter Kent's going to make a move underneath Jordan Martin. Coming out of two there. Just couldn't make it stick. We're getting kind of single file here. Let's kind of go back down through the field. Of course, we have Bailey Dutton out front with Jordan Martin in second. Mr. Hunter Kent in third. Mr. Jeremy Paris in fourth. Mr. Ryan Lang in fifth. Mr. Timmy Marlowe in sixth. Richard Malagani in seventh. We got Jim Johnson in eighth. Miss Rachel Hunt in 9th. Miss Bovair in 10th. We got Perry Snouts in 11th. Brenson Hunt in 12th. Mr. Shane Posey in 13th. Mr. Hometown Boy himself, Mr. Doc Stout in 14th. Timmy Longwoods in 15th. Oh, looks like...
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Looks like the 20 truck of Shane Posey got a little bit loose coming out of the corner. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to him. All right, let's see here. So we're going to ride on board with Shane. Following Brenson Hutt through the corner here. Looks like just got a little too much into the gas coming out of the corner. Didn't quite get sideways, just enough to bring out the caution. Nobody else involved, so at least it was a caution and we didn't have that big of a problem. All right, since we're on a caution here real quick, let's see if we can knock out our first commercial of the night. Side by side, FRT Motorsports. There you have it, our friends at FRT Motorsports, Mr. Andre Greer. We greatly appreciate his support every week. He does watch the broadcast. We also appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Greer. So it looks like should be coming to one to go here. Light should drop off the pace car or the pace truck. And there you have it. We do have one to go. So it looks like Brenson Hutt's going to fire off in that lead position with Jordan Martin on his outside. Hunter Kent right behind him. And Jeremy Paris in the 4th spot. All right, here at Martinsville, the truck drops off the track on the entrance to 3 there. So truck is off. Green flag is out. Looks like Jordan tried to go early and then had to hit the brakes. And it looks like having all kind of pinball action going on there, trying to get started, but it was Bailey Dutton that got out first. But it looks like we got a new challenger up here in the pack now. It's Jeremy Paris running up front here early on. Definitely making Bailey work for that one. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jeremy hangs out with those Team Conti guys as well, so these guys once again brought a good setup to the show. And Jeremy is all over the back bumper of Bailey Dutton. Bailey's just praying that he doesn't get punted and end up in the fence like Channing. Right now, his night's going pretty good. So, and there you see it live. Jeremy Paris moves under Bailey Dutton for that lead position. Tim Marlowe coming on up in there in third. Jordan Martin still hanging on to fourth here. Hunter Kenton fifth. So I think Bailey was just content to let Jeremy go, and so he don't beat his back bumper off and possibly cause him to have some issues later on in the race. I got a pretty good feeling, though, if this is toward the end of the race, that wasn't going to happen.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And once again, we have caution. It looks like the 92 of Jim Johnson. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Jim. All right. So we got Jim coming down into turn 3 here. Looks like John DiMatteo underneath of him. Looks like he just gets a little loose coming off the corner. Collects John. Collects Perry Snelson there. Looks like everybody else was able to get away without a scratch. So Joe Zader, one of the other sponsors of the race, was able to get by. Miss Rachel Hunt was able to get by. So another one has their day in the pits. So, third caution of the night, lap 35 or lap 36. It's like Shannon's still working on his truck, trying to make that better to see if he can make up a little bit of time on track. But we have Jeremy Paris out front for the first time this season. Bailey Dutton in second. Mr. Tim Marlowe up here running in third. Maybe we can sneak in our NEPA commercial. Side by side with NEPA Towing and Recovery. there you have it. Need Patel recovery in the Pennsylvania area? Need any kind of assistance like that? Give Joe and them a call and they'll be glad to help you out. Pace truck is off, and Jeremy Paris is getting ready to bring him to the green.
Green, green, green.
All right. Nice clean start. Jeremy gets a really good start on Tim Marlowe and Bailey Dutton. Get them stacked up coming out of 2 there as Tim Marlowe gets a little loose. But we still stay green. Allowed Jordan Martin to take over that 3rd spot with Hunter Kent right behind him in 4th. I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to Martinsville, but man, that's a cool track. Lot of history there.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Once again, we have another caution. Let's see if we can figure out what brought this one out. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be the 96 of John DiMatteo here. He's coming up running with Richard Malagani, Russ Bovair, and Brenson Hunt. Looks like he gets in the corner a little too hot, and when he gets out of it, the rear end just comes right around. Doesn't look like anybody else got involved. Everybody was able to slow it down. Oh, look like Ricky Williams got him a new paint job tonight. We'll have to check that out here. Now, me and my fascination with my paints here. These things look pretty cool. Let's check out old Ricky's paint tonight. Got him. Let's see what's on this Kenwood tonight. Kind of cool looking paint job. Definitely different. Meanwhile, back up front after 46 laps, we have Jeremy Paris, Bailey Dutton, Jordan Martin, Hunter Kent, Ryan Lang, Richard Malagani, Russ Bovair, Brenson Hunt, Timmy Longwood, and Perry Snelson rounding out the top 10. So hopefully by next season, we can tie Russ down long enough that I can get him a commercial made for Nitro. Pace truck should get the one to go at the line, and sure enough they do. Lights are off on the pace truck. So let's see if Jordan can get a little better start this time now that he's got kind of the preferred line. Base truck is off. Jeremy Parrish brings them back to the line one more time.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Jeremy gets a good jump, and Jordan gets a good start this time. Looks like he's going to be able to jump up into the second spot there. Good clean start from everybody. Kind of running a little side by side up front here. We'll see how long that lasts. Bailey Dutton's fighting hard on that outside, trying to keep that second spot. Meanwhile, that's allowing Jeremy Parrish to put a little bit of gap on the field here. So it looks like Bailey's going to get under Jordan this time. Also, it looks like he's going to bring Hunter Kent with him as well. Nice to see Russ running up front. Typically don't see Russ till the end of the race, but... And then my pick, Mr. Ryan Lang right there. Ryan's just biding his time, I believe. Just saving him a little tire. Looks like everybody's kind of gotten single filed out now. Let's kind of nose to tail. Like Ryan's going to make a move on Jordan. Take over that fifth spot or fourth spot. It's like Russ may follow him through. Good little race going on here for.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Once again. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with this. All right, so it looks like we're riding on board with Tim Marlowe here. John DiMatteo just got a little bit of that back bumper on the exit, which is the worst place in the world for that to happen. And just got Timmy a little bit loose. Everybody else was able to get by. So looks like we're going to have a few takers for the pits now. It's been almost 60 laps, so we're almost halfway there. Now the leader, Jeremy, and Bailey and Hunter all chose to stay out. Ryan Lang chose to stay out. It's like Doc chose to stay out. Everybody else has made their stop for the pits. Now they can go the rest of the way from here on fuel, so that's not an issue. And if they keep getting cautions every 10 or 15 laps, tires are not going to be an issue. So I guess I could probably see why these guys are choosing to stay out. Chaney's still trying to get as much of his damage fixed as he can. He's still the first car a lap down in 19th place. Okay, 1 to green with pace truck off. 1 to green. Jeremy's gonna
Green flag,
green flag once again and gets a good start. Gonna bring Hunter Kent right through with him. Bailey Dutton's gonna fight hard on that outside. Looks like he's gonna be able to pick up that second spot. Looks like I gotta check.
All right, man.
Check
Caution
up in,
is out. Caution is out.
Check up in turn 3 there. Looks like Perry got a little. Shane got a little out of shape on entry. Let's see if we can narrow it down here. Just kind of stacked the field up when he got a little sideways. All right. Shane on entry here. Looks like Doc got in maybe a little too hot. Got a little bit into the back end there, which caused everybody to stack up. Got a little bit of everybody there. But it don't look like it's too much damage, so everybody should be good to continue. Meanwhile, Jeremy Parrish is saying, keep that up, keep that up. Now, we definitely can't make it the entire race without a stop, but at least it's keeping his position on the track. Track position seems like tonight's going to be the big deal. Alright, so because of that caution, it looks like Channing has now got his lap back and he is back on the lead lap. Still trying to get some of that damage fixed. Not sure he's going to make it without going a lap down this time, though. Yeah, he's going down a lap again. So I don't know if he got some more damage in that last wreck or not. Shane's still in getting some of his damage fixed. Rachel Hunt's still in getting some of her damage fixed. I don't think they had much, just a little bit of sheet metal damage, so they should be okay to continue. All right. So we have 1 to green. Chevrolet pace truck should be dipping off the track here. And we'll re-rack him, and Jeremy will try once again. Got Bailey Dutton on that outside. Let's see if he can fight back and maybe get that lead back.
Green flag, green flag.
Yep. Jeremy gets a great start once again. Hunter Kent gets a good start. He's going to battle with Bailey for that second position. Now that they've got a little bit of wear on those tires, that outside's kind of working a little bit better. And Bailey was able to hold that position. Like Brinson Hutt coming on here toward the middle of the race. He gets around Ryan Lang for fourth. John DiMatteo running in sixth. That'll show you how rapidly things can change around here, because it wasn't that long ago where we seen John go around. So it's like Bailey's kind of had enough now of Jeremy leading. Like they're starting to battle for the lead now. Looks like we're going to have a three-way battle for the lead here shortly, and possibly a four-way battle with Brinson Hutt coming up quick. All right, still Jeremy Paris out front, followed by Bailey Dutton and Hunter Kent. Okay, so working lap 75. Have Jeremy Paris out front, Bailey Dutton in second, Hunter Kent in third, Brinson Hutt in fourth, Ryan Lang in fifth, John DiMatteo in sixth, Jordan Martin in seventh, Richard Malagani in eighth, Russ Bovair in ninth, and Tim Marlowe rounding out the top 10.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
It looks like our last season point champion went around on this one. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Mr. Thompson. All right. Oh, we're riding along with Ron. Gets into 3 here. Looks like getting a little too hot. Cause that back around, come right around. Doesn't look like anybody got involved. Just a little bit of damage to the truck, so I think he's going to be able to continue with no problems. It's tough luck for Mr. Thompson. So it looks like Jeremy Paris chose to go ahead and come in now, since we have 56 laps to go. Bailey chose to stay out along with Brinson Hutt. Looks like Hunter Kent came in. Jordan Martin came in. Nope, Jordan did not come in. I apologize. Now it looks like Bailey is now... Yeah, Bailey's still out there on his initial set of tires. So that tells me one of two things. Either there is no fall off in these tires whatsoever, or he has just got a smoking badass setup. Both of those could be true. It looks like Brinson behind him got 23 lap tires. John DiMatteo's got 35 lap old tires. And everybody else has got less than 22. So we will see if that will work out to his advantage or his disadvantage. Pace truck picks up the 1 to green. Lights are out. Brinson Hutt is going, Bailey Dutton's going to be leading them back to the green. Now we got to figure out these guys with these fresher tires. How hard are they going to push Bailey?
Green flag, green flag.
And Bailey gets a good jump. Brinson Hutt gets a good start. Looks
All right,
like,
man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
looks like one more time. This time it may have been 86 truck of Richard Malagani. See if we can figure out what happened here. It looks like Hunter Kent tried to go underneath Richard on the start with fresh tires. And I don't think Richard expected him to be coming that fast. And it just took him right around. Let's look at that one more time. You can see Hunter gets that run and gets just into that left corner. I don't think Richard realized he was coming that quick, and that was just enough to send him around. Meanwhile, Bailey Dutton's up front, going to keep that up. May be able to get all 135 laps out of a tank of fuel with the amount of cautions that they're having. The pace truck did not get 1 to green. Let's go ahead and give our sponsors another shout out. Side by side with FRT Motorsports. There you have it. One more time for FRT Motorsports. Pace truck is off. And Bailey Dutton's going to bring him to the green once again. Coming to the flag with 47 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Bailey gets a good start. Brinson Hunt gets a good start. Able to duck down in the second place there. Looks like everybody gets a nice clean start. Jordan Martin making his way back up. Jordan takes over the third spot from John DiMatteo. And it looks like Timmy Marlowe, as you've seen there, just slides up into the wall, but he's able to...
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
We kind of watched that one as it happened. Got Tim on the outside here. Looks like really entered that corner kind of hard, a little too far. Just was too much for him and put him up in the wall, and was able to keep going. But in the process, I think that caused Mr. Ron Thompson to go around as well. Everybody was checking up and just kind of couldn't get checked up quite fast enough. All right, well, 43 to go. Currently working with 9 cautions with a total of 40 laps. It's almost 1/3 of our race. It's been under caution. Since we're giving love out to those sponsors, let's give it up one more time for Mr. Joe Zader and Nipa Towing. All right. Again, once again, we appreciate your support, Mr. Joe. Up in that Pennsylvania area and need some towing or recovery, just give Joe and Nipa Towing a call and they should be able to help you out. 1 to go. Lights are out on the Chevrolet Pace truck. Rack them up one more time. Bailey Dutton leading them to the green flag. Pace truck is off.
Green flag,
green flag. Bailey gets a great start once again. Jordan gets a good start. Gonna roll up into that second spot there. Brinson's gonna fight back hard on the outside and looks quite going to be able to complete the pass, but he should be able to complete that pass coming out of 4. And here comes Russ.
All right, man. Caution
Perry
is out.
Snelson's
Caution
around. All right. Keeping me busy tonight. All right, we're going to ride with Perry here. Like Timmy Longwood just gets into that left corner. It takes Perry right on around. Meanwhile, up front, Bailey Dutton is just loving this. It's allowing him to still keep that track position. Okay, my mouse is definitely dying on me here. So with 36 to go, we have Bailey Dutton out front, Brinson Hunt in second, Jordan Martin in third, John DiMatteo in fourth, Russ Bovair in fifth, Jeremy Paris in sixth, Ryan Lang in seventh, Chamalagani in eighth, Hunter Kent in ninth, Mr. Doc Stout in 10th. Joe's going to try to get that wave around. Should get it this time by. Yep, and there he goes. Well, Russ sneaking up into the picture here now. So he's up in fifth. It's going to give him a good place to start. Hopefully Jordan gets a good start. That'll allow Russ to get a good start with Ryan Lang right behind him. And look at there. Our early leader, Jeremy Paris, in sixth spot on that outside with those fresh tires. One more time.
Green, green, green.
And Bailey gets a good start. Looks like Jordan gets a good start. Russ gets a good start. Everybody gets a good clean start here. Like Russ is going to try to contend for that fourth spot there with Bailey. Just couldn't quite get it to hang on. But he'll go back onto the attack in 3 and 4 here. Top 7 nose to tail. Top 10 now. Like Bailey's starting to be able to put a little bit of distance, so looks like new tires are not necessarily helping that much. Bailey has 107 laps on those tires. Jeremy Paris battling with John DiMatteo for that 5th spot. And Jeremy's got his sights set on the on Russ. Ryan Lang's going to get underneath John DiMatteo. Looks like Hunter Kent's going to try to follow him through. A good little battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th here. Coming to 25 to go. Still Bailey Dutton out front, followed by Jordan Martin. So currently looks like we have 5 trucks out. Looks like Ron Thompson is retired to the garage. Doug Chappelle's retired. Jim Johnson's retired. Todd Cray's retired, as well as Jimmy Babb. Now looks like our points leader, Shannon Ballou, had lost another lap here, and now he's back on pit road. I don't know if he's... It's like his pit crew's done got the rear back on the truck there. Not really sure what's going on with Channing. I don't know if he's overheating or whatever. Back up front. Still have Bailey Dutton setting the pace. Coming back to 20 to go. Still no change in the top 5 with Bailey Dutton, Jordan Martin, Brinson Hunt, Russ Bovair, and Jeremy Paris. Looks like Jeremy Paris is now was able to get around Russ for that 4th spot. And it looks like Hunter Kent's going to get around him as well. And then Channing. Channing's 4 laps down, but it looks like he's on fresh tires, so like he's able to get some of his damage fixed and get some of his speed back. Hunter gets out of the way and lets Channing go. Since that's not for position, it's probably the smartest thing for him to do. That last lap, Mr. Joe Zader was the fastest truck up on the track. Joe back in 13th. Of course, one of our series sponsors. Currently with 14 to go. We still have Mr. Bailey Dutton out front. Mr. Jordan Martin in 2nd. Brinson Hunt in 3rd. Jeremy Paris in 4th. Hunter Kent in 5th. Russ Bovair in 6th. Ryan Lang in 7th. John DiMatteo in 8th. Richard Malagani in 9th. And Mr. Doc Stout himself running in the top 10. All right, coming back to the flag with 10 to go. Still Bailey Dutton setting that pace. If Bailey can keep off, this will be his 3rd win of the season. Jordan Martin still hanging in there. Just surprised that there's no more fall off in these tires. Nice little battle for 3rd and 4th here. Jeremy Pearce putting some pressure on Brinson Hunt. Hunter Kent's gotten back around Channing. Channing probably let him go so he can race for position. Jerry's trying his damnedest to get Brinson set up so he can make that pass in the corner. Just can't make it stick. Five to go. So coming back to 4 to go now. Still Bailey Dutton out front, followed by Jordan Martin, Brinson Hunt, Jeremy Pearce, and Hunter Kent. Hunter's making a run towards the end here. It's like Jeremy's starting to get a little loose now. Meanwhile, up front with 2 to go, we still have Mr. Bailey Dutton putting on a clinic tonight, showing these boys how to get around this short track in Virginia. One to go. The white flag is out, so no matter what happens now, the race is official. And for the 3rd time this season, there you have it. Mr. Bailey Dutton bringing it home in 1st place. Jordan Martin in 2nd, and Brinson Hunt in 3rd. All right, let's see if we can get these guys up in the booth with us here. All right, fellas, That's 3 for you now, Bailey.
That one was better than all of them. After the bullshit that was tried to be pulled on that.
Oh man, that was crazy. And my ninja made it happen, man. He was trying to get you there at the end, but how in the world did you make those tires work for 138 laps?
Driving mad as hell.
Lord.
That's how. I was winning that damn race, or I was finishing in the back.
Oh, it was checker flag or crash, huh?
Yep.
Brinson,
Tired of that damn team.
Brinson,
Racing us the way they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Todd there. not sure how that worked out, but that was definitely.
That wasn't it. It was I couldn't pit because Channing was a lucking dog, and we're so-called teammates, as he likes to put it, and wants to drive to my inside and split us, so I can't pit. So, yeah, I'm glad that strategy worked out because it wasn't mine, it was his, but he can shove it.
Yeah. See, definitely some brotherly love there going on. Brinson, you put on a good show tonight too, man. I thought you were going to come on there at the end. I thought you were going to be able to give Bailey a run for his money with them fresher tires.
That's my first race of the week here. Hadn't even touched the track. So I just got lucky.
I gotcha. Jordan.
Yo.
Hey, you got to excuse him. Mama keeps him busy. She got a little one on the way, so I think he probably had to go run get a blizzard before he had to talk.
Oh yeah.
Did you have to go get Mama a blizzard?
No, I had to go get myself a blizzard. My hands are sweating. I didn't cool down.
Oh, I got you. I see how it is. Your Mama can just wait. You gotta go get your own blizzard, huh?
Exactly. Now after I get done with the interview, I'm gonna go tend to her because she just called my phone 3 times.
She's probably giving you that mom look like, yo.
Exactly.
I know that race is over because I just watched it. See, you got duties.
Exactly. That's literally what she just did.
Yes.
Oh man!
So congratulations to Mr. Jordan. He's got a little one on the way. So we hope and pray that everything goes well with that for you. We got one more race. What you guys think of Phoenix coming up?
I mean, shoot, it's gonna be like always, down to the wire. Anything can happen, as you can see in these races. Man. You know, the tippers are flaring up. The teams are not liking each other. I like it, you know, just from the innocent bystander. But you know, the racing is still good. It's still clean for the most part. But you know, it's just gonna see who tipper can hold the best, and winner takes all next week.
Yeah, I mean, we had 10 cautions tonight for 47 laps, but none of them really, other than maybe 2, were really anything crazy. Everything else was almost like a self-spin, or somebody got loose and then everybody checked up and somebody got into the back of somebody else by accident. So I don't think it was quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, but still, you figure a third of the race was under caution, so I'm sure Doc's going to speak about that, but he already knew that was probably going to happen anyway. But I will say this is better than the race we had last year. Don't you think, Joe?
And on a positive note, it's also better than from what I've heard of the officials this week.
Oh, the officials have been horrible, man. It just, you might as well not. The best thing to do with that is just start in the pits. It's kind of like we used to do at the super speedways, man. Just start in the pits.
Hey, I'm like Branson. I was like Branson in this race. This is the only race I did. I didn't even put no practice laps. The only practice laps I put in was the 20 minutes we had in practice. That was it.
Yeah, I know how this race goes. I don't touch this track. I learned my lesson on it.
Yeah, it's you know, and it's bad because it's actually a pretty decent track to run, and it's fun to race on, and you know, it's just, you can tell me and Jimmy Bay were talking about it earlier, man. You can tell these people that race some of this stuff have never raced in real life because they never had to fix a tore-up race car after the race before. So they go out there and drive like they ain't got no sense, and they don't pay no attention to what's going on in front of them, and don't manage those gaps very well.
Yeah, that was my main objective of the race, was to not hit incident point limit. And there was one incident where we got 3 wide and I got squeezed in the middle of it. But, I mean, it was just a racing ordeal. Nobody meant to do anything.
Well, I tell you what, if you left this track with 0, if you left this track with less than 4 incident points, you're a pro.
I had 4 incident points until somebody just decided to try to take me out in the last turn. But they took themselves out and not me. So it's okay.
Right.
I had 0 incidents into that 34 car. I don't know what he was doing under every caution period, but it didn't say lucky dog coming by, so I was still sitting all over the track. And then he comes flying up to me, and then I see him, so I try to get out of the way. He fucking dives into my inside, gets me a 4X. I'm like, dude, I was trying to get out your way if you would have been a little bit more patient, but
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that too, he's trying to get back to pit road, get some of his damage fixed from where he got tore up at the beginning of the race. And he is the points leader, so he's trying to salvage as many points as possible. So I could understand him being in a hurry.
I mean, I'm okay with that to an extent, but whenever the lucky dog goes high, lucky dog don't go low.
Right.
The lucky dog don't split leader and second place going into pit road.
No.
Like that, I could not turn into the pit, or I was going to die. Or my race was going to be over. And then I'm trying to get race control to give me something. They won't speak up. They won't give me an answer. Now I'm locked on staying out. I can't go pit. I'm in the back if I pit. So like that right there, that pisses me off. That's somebody upstairs not doing their job. They got to do something there. I don't know what the answer is. That's on them. But me not being able to pit because I got Channing coming in at Mock Jesus on the bottom is a little ridiculous. He wasn't even allowed to go forward yet. He had to wait another lap in order to pass the pace car. So it just that really set me off. Whatever happened earlier in the race is none of my business. That didn't happen with me.
Right.
But that incident pisses me off.
Yeah, that's definitely an unfortunate circumstance there. So, but anyway,
I mean, luckily it worked out.
Right. Going into next week,
Luckily.
you should be the points leader at this point. So going into the points, going into Phoenix, you should be the points leader. Channing should be second, and then Hunter still should be third. So, just a flop of the first two. Of course, everything's unofficial till they make the points official, but I don't think that's going to affect you any. Outside of that, anybody have any different shout-outs than we've already given out multiple times throughout the season, since you seem to be a mainstay here in the booth?
I'll go with congrats to Jordan on the little one on the way. We'll give a shout out to that.
Oh,
hey,
sure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, congrats. So I'm sure that'll be fun.
How about you, Brinson?
I mean, I just appreciate the fairness of the league, and of course we gotta thank Conti for what they do for us, because less than a year at this, I shouldn't be doing anything. So I appreciate them a lot. And congrats to Jordan on the baby. Is it the first one?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Congrats.
That's gonna be a new daddy. That means he could be
selling
selling all his Simrig stuff, so he can pay for them diapers.
We might see him on Wednesdays only now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really when y'all see me. I don't race the open series that much.
All right, well, there you have it. That does it for Martinsville Speedway. We have our race winner, Mr. Bailey Dutton, for the third time on the season, Mr. Jordan Martin in second place, and Mr. Brinson Hunt in third. We shall see y'all for the season finale next week at Phoenix. Thank you, and have a good night.